Today's episode is brought to you by honesty. You see, on my last episode, I came up with a catchy wordplay in order to promote a new offer that I had. Today, I find myself struggling to even get into a creative flow to finish this episode because, of course, I would like to come up with something different and catchier than the last time. So this time around, I'll just cut to the chase. The Alchemist Academy. We've created an entirely new submission form where listeners of this podcast can submit any question they have in mind. Are you stuck with no flow and need some perspective? Has something been weighing you down? Get it off your chest. The submissions are anonymous, so why not? Maybe life is perfect exactly as it is. That's awesome. Share some of that wisdom with me. Whether you have something to get off your chest or not, at least have a glance at the new submission form. Tell me what you think. Constructive feedback is always appreciated. Constructive being the key word here. The Alchemist Academy. Alchemize your mind to redesign reality. Today's guest has been a licensed massage therapist since 1989. She is deeply passionate about helping others take charge of their health through simple daily practices. She's the founder of Recreate Health, where she shares her wisdom on self-care massages, body movement, and the powerful role that touch plays within families. Her love for music adds a beautiful layer to her self-expression. She is authentic, creative, and courageous. It's an honor to introduce to you today, Kerry. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited.
It is my pleasure to have you on.
I'm
From the very beginning, go ahead.
to find out more about you, Senflow, which can you tell me a little bit about how you came across that name?
The name Sunflow, it's not as, I guess it's divine in its own way. Now I see how divine it is. But when I first created the name, it was just kind of a name that I had online. It was a pseudonym that I created when I was in a forum that for one of my car forums that I was on. And
Cool.
the name came from Central Florida, right? Because I was raised in Central
Oh.
Florida, and so it's short for Send Flow, right? And so it kind of just became my online name when I would create, these accounts or whatnot. And once I joined this university, then I kind of started seeing the divine nature behind the name Send Flow, right? So it actually
Yeah.
turned out to be very beautiful. So it didn't start out to be so so in that way, but I definitely have embraced the name. I love the name, and now ever since I'm able to express myself in this flow state, I have really come to like the name and embody that name to, I guess, like a new being that I feel that I'm walking into.
Nice, because like I said, I thought it meant centered and flowing.
And my wife, she stated a while ago that for her it sounds like Zen flow, like staying real Zen, which is, I guess, kind of a compliment, especially coming from her, because I once was very short-tempered, once upon a
Oh,
time. And nowadays, I find myself being a lot more in tune with my emotions and how to
nice.
conduct myself. And so it kind of rings true now that I kind of do try my best to stay in a Zen state.
That's beautiful. I'm so glad
Yeah.
to hear that because it sure
Yeah.
pays off, like to be more in control and take some breaths before we respond, right? Instead of react.
Yeah. You actually helped me do that. I subscribe to your YouTube channel, and sometimes I see the videos that you have, and you just intrigue me by how authentic you are. Like, you're just being yourself and sharing it with the world. And the other day, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, I saw a YouTube short you created with you massaging your feet, and I was just so intrigued by that.
Oh,
So I guess to get things started, why is self-massage so important? What are the benefits that it could bring to our bodies?
oh, that is a beautiful question. And maybe what we should do is just try it. How about if everybody just try it right now?
I'm
And
down.
we
Okay.
all just take a deep breath, like a really, like a sigh. How about if we just like, ah, and then let's rub our hands together and make until they're hot. So rub your hands together until you feel them getting hot. And let me know when you feel your hands are getting hot.
All right, they're getting warm.
So then what we do, and this is kind of funny, and I'm probably like skipping ahead, but you can actually get energy from the cosmos. So if you just put your palms up towards the sky after you warmed them and
Mhm.
just feel the warmth and feel all that energy coming into your fingers. Can you feel any energy coming
Yeah,
in?
I can feel a tingle starting at the tips of my fingers, going down my fingers, and now I feel it going onto my legs.
Yeah, because
I feel goosebumps. Wow.
our hands are like a battery. So then we're going to take our hands and just put one hand on top of the other right over your heart center.
Okay.
And then let's take another deep breath. And then let's focus on something super joyful that like puts a smile on your face, like seeing a flower bloom or a beautiful sunset or like your wife's face or your child's face or something great that happened, just anything that you can think of that where you felt a lot of joy and happiness and try to like it's called the inner smile where you get your heart shining and radiant. So we have our hands over our heart and then let's just take our hands just a little bit away from the heart and then circle them around and let that energy flow into them and think about love, joy, and happiness. And try to smile into your heart and just say, I love you. Then uh, we have to trust that our bodies, this will stimulate our body's natural healing energy. And we have to trust that our body has an innate ability to heal itself. And so, just any part of your body that you feel drawn to, it could be your face, it could be your hands, it could be your arms. Just start to touch them. Another thing is that I heard from Deepak Chopra. I'm not sure if you know who he is, but he had stated that simply touching over something that we need to heal, our body has its own pharmacy of uh, chemicals, hormones, everything it needs to heal. And simply touching it will start this healing energy. And it comes from our hands, that tingling feeling in your hands. So we could rub our hands together again and get that energy going. And let's just massage our hands a little bit for a minute. Just rub them together and um, see what you can do or anywhere you feel like and just feel the stress and tension releasing. Invite it to go. What do you think?
I loved it. I really did love it. I mean, I feel very calm. And what was interesting was I was I smiled when I had to picture something. So you told me to put my hand over my heart and to picture something, and the first thing that came up was an image. And it's a picture that I took with my family. We took a selfie, and it was like a funny one. And
Aw.
that instantly brought me just a smile and a sense of calmness, really. It's very interesting that when I started to rub my hands, how powerful it was. Because it's so simple. Like, obviously, when don't you really rub your hands, but do you consciously rub your hands with intention? And I kind of felt nice. It felt kind of cozy for me to just feel the warmth of my hands after rubbing them and just going over, the top part of my hands. It felt nice.
That's great. Yeah, we're all built born with this gift. It's just that we forgot about it and we have to cultivate it, and it's really simple, but yeah. So
So
that is,
when, go ahead.
you go ahead.
When you first were introduced to massaging, back in the day,
Yeah.
it wasn't like this, I'm assuming, right? So what was the evolution for you? How did you go from regular, I'm licensed to massage to this, what you do now?
Mm. Well, uh massage chose me. I didn't I didn't really plan on being a massage therapist. I was just always like in sports in school. Like I went out for everything from fourth grade on. I was always in sports, three sports a year. And that's when the school used to really support physical fitness and they wanted everybody to be healthy. It was like, JFK had this like program where like they were really focusing on having a healthy American population. And they really stressed fitness, and it didn't matter how much money you had or anything like that. You were just supported in and encouraged to do athletics. And of course, we didn't have cell phones then and or computers. Yeah, so we'd go outside and play. And anyways, I was always really interested in massage because I just, you know, being an athlete and everything, you kind of get in touch with your body. And I had a coach actually that set us down on the bus before our cross country running races. And he went through a meditation where we would go through the whole body. We would like relax our head. We would relax our ears, relax our eyes, relax our face, relax our neck, relax our shoulders, relax our chest, relax our feet, and then and gently massage them. So anyways, I hadn't thought about being massaged. I was going to be a PE teacher and I was going to college here, and then I realized I couldn't fit into the system. And not only that, at that time they cut PE from schools. They started having it just 2 days a week. So the jobs for PE teachers wasn't even there anymore. Like, so I'm like, oh gosh, what am I going to do now? And I went into this health food store, and this magazine jumped off the shelf and opened up in front of my feet. And there was a picture of my cousin who lived in Los Gatos, California. And it said she was a massage therapist. And I'm like, oh my God, the lights went off in my head. And I thought, I'm going to be a massage therapist. So I called the massage school and I said, look, I'm a student at the Southern Oregon University. And yeah, I'd be interested in what classes I would need to take to get my massage license. Well, it turned out I had already taken all the prerequisites to get my license. And so all
Wow.
I had to do was do 500 hours of practical experience where I worked in the athletic training department at the university and I was massaging injured athletes. And we had things like ultrasound and heat and ice and like whirlpools. And I found that the massage was helping people get back in their game really quickly. And sometimes I would find that I knew from touching and massaging what was going on with them. And because when you touch something, it's kind of like when you plug your something into like a light socket, then it has that energy. So when you touch something, it actually brings your mind into that place. And that's part of the healing. Anyway, so I started to do that. And then I was massaging people like over 500 massages a year. Like I massaged like thousands of people. And I was thinking to myself, wow, when I get older, I don't really want to be doing this. It's like kind of hard physical labor. And it's really intense too. And I saw a lot of my friends like, gosh, they massage people until they drop. Like they'll massage people until their last days. And I thought to myself, well, I want to be doing something else. So I thought of this idea that I wanted to start teaching people how they could um, work on themselves through self-care massage. And they could do it every day because it's hard to get an appointment sometimes. It's hard to pay for it. It's just hard to get a massage from your massage therapist every day, but you can give yourself and or your kids like a massage every day. You can get a massage every day if you decide to. I massage myself every day. I usually do it before I get out of bed in the morning. That way I make sure I do it.
So what does your self-care routine look like on a daily basis?
Mm. Well, I just try to cover everything,
Hmm.
but um I like massage my feet and I massage my legs and I massage my stomach is a big one. I have gotten way into this internal organ massage where you um massage your stomach because I guess every organ is associated with an emotion. And so you can do this like emotional release and uh it's like you have something wrong and you go to like a heart expert and or you go to like a throat expert or they have experts in all this thing, but this looks at the body as a whole, and if you just take care of your five major organs, then you solve a million problems. And that is done through going inside your stomach, actually. And any place that you have a tightness, you just loosen it up. And that was part of the homework, like for people, is that they massage their stomach every day.
Now, do you visualize the organ itself and massaging do you do anything in your head kind of like to indicate that I'm directing this energy towards this organ?
Absolutely. And that was one of the things I loved. I actually have been studying ever since the COVID thing, and even before that, I had been studying on YouTube, um, Grand Master of the World, the Qigong Grand Master of the World, Montalk Chia. He's 81 years old now. And he's like a living legend. He's still alive. He's still traveling the world and teaching. And he has so much knowledge. When I came upon him, I was just blown away. I mean, I had already been doing internal organ massage, and I just love it. As a matter of fact, one of the things I do is like I'm really into I'm a rock hound too, and
I'm sorry, what was that? What was
a
that?
rock hound. I
Okay.
love going out in nature and like picking up stones
Wow, okay.
and crystals. But anyways, they have all these like smooth, round stones, and you can heat them up. You just put them in water and you heat them up, and you can lay that on your belly. So, like, if you had a really nice stone that you had at your house, you could just put it in some hot water. And I mean, you don't want to burn yourself. It heats up really fast, and you can set it on your stomach, and it'll like do amazing things. That's one of the things I encourage people to do is like do hot stone massage on themselves as well. Like sometimes we just, me and my friends will sit around and I'll just get a whole bucket full of stones and heat them up, and we'll all just put stones on heated stones on ourselves. We wrap them in a towel and then just put them on wherever. You can put them on your stomach, wherever you need them, actually, wherever you want. You can put them all over your back. Like it's just like I just want to teach people all these tricks that I've learned over like all these years that I've been doing it. And I've also just been studying all these other people because, like I said, 15 years ago, I had decided that I wanted to shift into teaching self massage. And so I started studying Montalk Chia, and he has the Taoist garden in Thailand, and he teaches all kinds of classes. And I was taking his classes like all through the COVID thing. Like I was just immersing myself in taking classes from him. And then also there's Donna Eden. She does energy medicine. And she has a whole thing about how to heal yourself. And so I studied her. But now what I'm doing is I'm taking everything that I've learned throughout my whole career and bringing it into like my own thing. Like, what do I want to share with people? I want to share with people what they can do with themselves, their families. Like I've taken classes where I teach couples how to massage each other. I mean, massage and touch is so important. They even said that like a newborn baby that doesn't get touched dies.
Yeah. Wow.
So not only that, anyone that doesn't get touched, we need touch. And like I don't have a partner or anything, so well, it's very important to get touch anyways. Like, we all need touch. I get hugs from my grandkids and my daughters and stuff like that and my friends, but so for instance, on my birthday, I think when I turned like 50, which was a while ago, I gave myself a massage for 12 hours.
Wow. What was your intention when setting out to do something like that?
I just felt like, well, for one thing, I thought, well, gosh, massage is like what, $125 an hour? And I thought, well, if I give myself a massage every day, I'm making money.
Mhm. Oh, interesting.
So I'm making like 125 a day,
Yeah.
especially all the money I'm not going to pay at the doctor.
How can parents use touch to support their child's well-being?
Oh my God, this is so amazing because I intuitively just knew to massage. Like I had my first child when I was 22, and I massaged her every single day. It was beautiful. And my kids just thrived. They like grew so fast and they were so good. They just like barely ever cried. They were just the best kids. I massaged them and I got in the bathtub with them and let them swim around. And, anyways, yeah, so massaging from the time you have a baby, that's a big thing, is infant massage. And then massaging your children. One of the things that I had learned was it's a massage where you actually step on the people, and I would probably be giving a class about this. And it's because it's really easy. Like some people, they get tired giving you a massage, and like, especially if they don't have a table or something like that. But there's this kind of massage where you can step on the person, and like, if you have little kids, oh my God, you can have them walk on your back, like walk on your arms, walk on your legs, walk on your feet. Yeah, it's a type of massage where, and I used to teach families to do that. It's like, it's amazing. They're like their spines will go back into, it's just, it's such a beautiful thing where you like, you step on the person. You have to do it gently, of course, but yeah, I'm going to be teaching a class about that for families. And like basically, you can use massage to like calm your kids down, and like you can massaging your kids is a great way to have a really good connection, and having them massage you. I mean, my granddaughter, she loves like rubbing my shoulders or whatever, it's like it's a great connection for families. It's great for couples. Like I would highly recommend that people massage themselves and each other, as much as possible
Yeah,
because
I have a 1-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old
oh,
son. So, what recommendations would you have for both age groups? Like, what kind of massages, if you could walk me through what I can do to them, because I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
yeah, well, it sounds to me like the way that you described the way that you could feel your hands activate, that you already have all this healing energy surging through you. And
Interesting.
I would recommend that you just get them, like kids love, especially if they're all wound up or something and you want to help them get to sleep, you can massage their feet. And kids, like especially like a 1-year old, you can give them a full body massage in a matter of 5 minutes. You can take longer. But I would just have them relax, like, do it when they're relaxed. Have some nice oil, whatever you want to use, coconut oil or, any kind of nice oil that you have. And just start touching them. Get your hands activated, get yourself in that heart space, and then just let the energy flow from your hands and just give them a massage from head to toe, including their ears, including their head. Just do every inch of them.
Would you recommend a certain movement with my hands where, like, let's say we get to the arms, would it be something where I would just gently grip the arms as I go down and up the body?
Well, I would like to have a follow-up on this because I bet if you just tried it,
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
if you just got into a nice space with your daughter, or you said 6 years old also,
Yes, yes.
yeah, I think if you just did it, you would, I bet you know. It's something like, I think it's in our DNA.
Yeah.
It's in our, we've just forgotten. And I think if you just start doing it, you'll remember and it'll just flow, you know? And they'll
Yeah.
let you know too, like, oh, that's too hard. But I would be gentle at first and just like, you know, check in with them. Look at their face. Does your 1-year old talk?
She makes noises.
Well, you'll know then. You'll know by her expression and like, but in general, like, and massaging their belly if they have a belly ache. I remember I used to massage their fevers away and stuff too. Like I would just wipe it off of there. Like I would just put your hands on them and then just see where they go. And, maybe I'll make some more videos too, like I mean, and I'm sure you could look at some videos too, but I think you just know. I bet you will just know. It's like people think they can't do it because they never tried it, but just give it a try and then let me know
No, I
what.
certainly will. I'm gonna definitely try it tomorrow morning. My son's gonna have a blast. He's gonna love it. And then my daughter, I'm very interested to see. I mean, I love touching her soft skin, you know. I mean, seeing her just in diapers is the cutest thing. So, I mean, I think I'm gonna really enjoy just me being in that focused action of me just holding her and touching her skin, and as you say, just gently massaging and getting with the flow. I do believe in your words of saying once I do it, I think it is part of our DNA in a way. So it's just gonna be a simple flow. So
Yeah.
I'll let you know how that goes. I look forward to it.
Bet your wife will love it too.
Well, that was my next question actually, because I'm thinking of my wife. You know, the other day I randomly gave her a little foot massage, just messing around with her while she was reading the nighttime book with my son, and her smile was priceless, right? Because I don't really give her foot massages. I mean, I should obviously give her foot massages, but you know, life be lifing. But it was a nice smile that she gave me, a nice genuine like I love you smile. And so I'm definitely gonna set
Uh,
aside some time to do some massages. Is there anything that you would say you would recommend for partners?
I would say just do it.
Yeah.
Do whatever happens, but definitely like I feel like it's important for like couples to appreciate their entire body, from head to
Yeah.
toe. Like it
I've
feels so good. Doesn't it feel good? Like I don't know if you ever go get your hair cut and like their hairdresser like massages their head.
yeah. I follow the when you had mentioned Montalk Chia, he slips into my algorithm feed when I'm on TikTok, and he's just so humorous. He makes me laugh when he speaks about like the male, the sexual chi in a man and how to like I guess promote it, and he's just very out in the open in regards to the exercises. Just brings me a lot of humor, but I can see the wisdom he holds. I can't say that I've tried it, but I think now that I
Well,
know that, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say now that I know that, he is someone that you can honor and you respect what he's teaching, I can certainly take him, a little more serious and start practicing and looking at his work a little closer.
Yeah, I mean that thing that you're talking about, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The information that he knows, like he has explained to me so many questions I had about life and the universe. It's like I don't necessarily wholeheartedly go along with what he's talking about because that's like a commitment, like, but he has so much other information that is just, I mean, the list of things that he's been a kung fu master and like his whole life story. He just has so much knowledge. Plus, he's been teaching. He wrote all these books. Like, yeah, tries to get, I mean, a lot of people get interested in him for that one particular thing. But there's so much more that he has to offer because I don't think we can like we have to take what we resonate with, right? And let the rest go. But as
Yeah.
far as that goes, is like he is a good reminder that like as people age, they should not let their sexuality die. They need to keep
Yeah.
it alive throughout their entire life. Like, so you and your wife, when you're like 95 years old, you're gonna still be having sex.
Hopefully, yeah. With his type of massages, I'm sure if I take them on, it'll definitely help.
Well,
I think, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna, it kind of brought up your creativeness when you had mentioned take what resonates because you seem to resonate with the things that he says and you integrate it into what you're teaching. And when I see what you provide to us, in a way, it's so simple, right? That sometimes there are no words that you're actually saying within your videos, and yet they're saying so much. I
What?
guess I just want to kind of speak about your process of creating content. I took a look at your page and I saw that you've actually been creating for quite some time. Maybe there was a little gap here and there, but you're kind of back on it. Let me know about your journey. How's that been going?
Well, if you want to be, if to be quite honest with you, is like I always wanted to make videos and like I wanted to make fitness videos um and teach fitness like years ago when I was like 18 and before they even had all the stuff we have. And I just kind of lost that dream. I never had a camera. I never, anyways, I started my YouTube channel and it has just been for fun. And I never had the guts to like step up and show my face. I was scared. I didn't want anyone to see me. I don't know why. I just felt like kind of vulnerable. Like, I mean, one of my friends is like, well, there's all these predators out there. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, and I'm like, that's the first thing that he said to me. And I'm like, yeah, well, I understand that. I do need to use discretion for sure and like keep myself safe, but I also feel like it's so important for me. It's like now or never to step out with the information I have to share. And thank you so much for, it's just been since I joined the university, I had never showed my face. I didn't have anything of me on there. I was just making videos of my friends playing music because I have a lot of bands that play in my living room. I actually had one playing today. They're like a grunge band. Um, they kind of sound like Nirvana to me, and they do
Oh,
their
cool.
band practice at my house. So that's pretty fun. I noticed that you like hip hop and too.
Yeah. Well, oh, you speaking because of the song?
Well, no, because I was listening to your other podcast and you were interviewing our other classmate.
Oh, Young
And
Woo.
yeah, and I'm like, well, because I love hip hop and rap.
Yeah, I think that what I've been discovering about myself recently is that when following my heart, right? So when following whatever excites me, if
Yeah.
I continue down that path of just following that excitement with no agenda, right? There doesn't have to be any kind of monetary or anything, just following it and doing it because it just feels like that's what my heart wants to do. And as I continue to do that, I've been finding new passions, new gifts that I hold that I'm
Yeah.
being given the opportunity to express. And I know that it's a choice, right? I don't have to go down that path, but every time that I continue to take something else on that my heart resonates with, it just allows me to express myself and show more of myself and actually discover more about myself, which kind of, y- you know, you,
I love that.
the the reason why you have been on my mind for quite a while is because you support me in a way where I just feel the genuine support from you. Like you take notice of the small things that I do with my quote unquote art. But this was never me, right? So I would never consider myself an artist. Like just a couple years ago, or maybe even a year ago, if you were to ask me what is my talent, I would literally tell you maybe carpentry, right? Because that's the only thing I really did that I liked
Yeah.
until I try to monetize it, and then now I won't even touch a piece of wood. But when I started to create what I started to create within this community, it seems like you were really supportive. You saw something that I was seeing, and maybe others weren't quite acknowledging, which not that I need the acknowledgement, but it was just so nice to hear your words of
What?
encouragement, really, right? Because I think you may have been the first one that called me like an artist. One of your comments said that you're a true artist, and I got kind of emotional because it's like, wow, cool. Like I'm tapping into that artist mode, because I've never been that person.
It's
Um,
amazing.
and and one thing that I thought about when looking at your YouTube page is kind of like, so you had mentioned previously to me that that I'm an inspiration, right? And so it's kind of like it's interesting you say that because I realized that I'm inspiring those that inspire me, right? So that's like on a whole nother level. Like, wow, it's kind of difficult
Beautiful.
to take that in, right? To like understand the beauty in that. Um, But that's how I feel with you. Like you admire me, and I'm like, you have no idea. I admire you. Like your beauty is so striking. Your hair is so beautiful. When I see your face, you're just so authentically yourself. Like even down to the background, like in your videos, I love your backyard. I want to be in your backyard, right? That's your backyard, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, it was my front yard.
Oh, okay, even more beautiful. Yeah, so I just want to take, I wanted to take that time to just acknowledge and thank you how grateful I am for the support you give me. You go to my business card and you show you love there. You go to my YouTube, show me love there. Throughout the forums, you show me love there. So I am just forever grateful for that.
Aw.
Um, yeah. And you mentioned the whole band thing. We had spoke recently, and I think you had mentioned that you don't play instruments, correct?
I play percussion, but I'm not
Hmm.
really, no, I don't. I just play, like I told you, I dance and I feel like I'm the instrument because
Yeah.
I feel the music and then I just feel like it brings me to this beautiful state where we're kind of like you were saying that you appreciated that I noticed your stuff. Well, I feel like the band, like, and your stuff did blow me away. It was standing out from all the people in the university. It really stood out. I was like, wow, this guy is putting his heart out and really taking this, making the most of this opportunity that we have here and really doing something. I was so impressed. Like, I really am impressed with all the stuff you're doing. Like, I think your podcasts are amazing too. Like,
Thank you.
I've been listening to them and like, yeah, it's pretty cool, especially since you live in New York City, right?
Well, I grew up in New York, but I live in Florida now.
Oh, Florida. Okay. That's
Hmm.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
beautiful Florida. Um, you know, I kind of get scared because I have to continue to raise the bar, at least in my mind. Like I can't ever
Yeah.
stay stagnant, right? But
Yeah.
also with that comes like the fear that will the magic go away? Like so I surprise myself when I do certain things now when I look at the finished product, I'm like, what? Wow, this is beautiful. Of course I'm gonna feel like that because I created it, right? But I continually have to excel and kind of go bigger and bigger and get better and improve. But sometimes I fear because I just started tapping into this is kind of all just new.
Yeah.
Will the magic wear off? Will there come a time where I'm like, I got nothing, you know? What are your thoughts on that? You being such an artist and having many passions.
Well, I mean, like you said, when you get into your heart, it and you like because like my name is Heart Cultivator, right? On my
Hmm.
in my university, and that's because I had this voice that told me all I had to do was make my heart shining and radiant and everything would fall into place. So what I've learned from Montalk Chia is that we can cultivate our like radiance that we emit from our heart. So as long as you stay in that path and like stay in your heart and you check in with your heart and you like follow your heart, everything and you have faith. Like you have faith in yourself because it feels good. Like you're passionate about it. You're excited. Like I can hear it in your voice. And like, yeah, I would just say, just stay in your heart and like focus on what's important. Like that's one thing I love about the university, man, is like I realized I was just like being a hermit way too much. And like as soon as I started taking it, I just walked out the door and like started walking down the street and like talking to everybody, you know? It's like talking to my neighbors and like talking to the clerk in the grocery store and like just making an effort. I went and started like contacting my friends and like making more time to spend with my grandchildren and children like that are like 40 and 28 now. and my grandchildren are already 17 and 9.
So, what was the reason you joined the university? What are you looking to get from this community?
I joined the university because I have just been I was, involved in some investing, and I just didn't have any clue about what I was doing. I made so many mistakes, and like I just wasn't the smartest person when it came to like knowing what to do. And so one of my friends had told me about him, and then I like started listening to all of his stuff, like his live streams, and I took his like decoding mastermind, and I got his like some other courses, like, and I just started to learn so much from him, and I just really, really got excited about empowering myself to learn about what I was doing because I had been searching for years because I had gotten involved in this, situation, and I just didn't know what I was doing. And I just kept fucking up. Like I kept being like emotional and like stupid and like making bad decisions, and anyways, it was costing me, and like I'm like, whoa, I really needed to learn. And then I started to learn from him. And then when I heard he was going to have this university, I just I just felt like I thought about it and I thought about it, and I really wasn't in a financial position to do it. That's what I was thinking to myself. And then I really wanted to do it. And then it was a miracle because I had done something like a whole year before, and I even got a letter that said that no, you're not going to get this money. And then it came in the mail.
Wow, wow.
And I thought, oh my goodness, I have angels around me. I have been blessed. I can join the university. I joined late because it was weird because he opened it back up. I got the check in the mail. He'd already closed it, and then he opened it back up. That was at the end of January. I got this check in the mail. He opened it back up, and I'm like, I'm joining. My intuition just said, join. And then I got in there, and like I really don't know how to do a lot of things technically like you do. I mean, like I said, I make my collages with scissors and glue and magazines, and like I don't know how to do anything on a computer. I just didn't even have a computer. I until like 2011. I finally got one because my daughter needed it for school. And now I love it. Like, and then when I got my cell phone, I couldn't believe my iPhone Pro Max. It was taking such good pictures, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And then like I just got into researching and like doing those online classes and like all the things I was learning, and anything I need to do, like if I need to do a job around my house, I just look it up and I learn how to do it. So I thought it was amazing, but also, I found myself getting sucked into it as well. And I'm more than happy. I'm so happy that I joined this. I can't believe how in the flow it is. It feels to me like the universe is orchestrating everything. Like there's a divine order to it, and that my life is gonna thrive. Like, and it's been a step-by-step thing. And like I'm getting out of it what I get out of it because I have still haven't even done my accountability task. Like because I didn't know how to like um take the stuff from, you're supposed to like write it down in the notions and then send it over to the Discord. I didn't, but I'm doing whatever I can do. Like I show up to the meetings, I try to be as involved as I can. And what I've noticed about that thing about like I have noticed that people really do appreciate when you take the time to comment on their stuff and notice it and really look at it. Like Like this new girl, like I told you, you might want to interview her. Like
Hmm.
I said something about it, and she was so heart, she just was so thrilled that I had noticed her stuff. I could feel her energy across, I don't even know where she lives. I could feel her gratitude coming across the airwaves as she's like
Yeah.
thanking me. And like I can feel your energy right now too. And you have a lot of healing energy. It's pretty amazing.
Well, I also have a lot of healing to do. It's always a work in progress.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm healing like all the time. It's an ongoing thing. But I
So
heal
joining,
myself from everything. Like I have healed myself over the years, like from absolutely everything.
so with your goal of, well, have you created Recreate Health? Tell me a little bit about that. I mean, is it something that you're going to be speaking about, also your healing process? What do you have going on with that? What do you
Oh,
have in
well,
mind?
it first started like when I was like 18. I used to be a downhill skier. I was on the ski team and everything. And like I ended up getting in a ski accident where my knee was ripped apart and the ligaments were torn off the bone, and the ligaments hold your bones together, and I healed it. It was
Wow.
so loose, I couldn't even walk. It was like loose. And it was just devastating for me, but it took me like a year and a half, but I healed it.
No
And that was the
surgery?
first thing. No.
Wow. I mean, the courage you have, because wasn't your first thought, I got to go to the doctors?
I
Let
mean,
me
I
go to the
did
hospital.
the doctor, and it was like everything was so crazy back then. It was kind of, I was going to have a surgery on it, and they were going to totally disfigure my beautiful legs. Like, they were going to make this huge egg-sized lump, and I was going to be all scarred up. Anyways, I had a cold, and so they said, no, you have to go home. And then I just decided not to do it. And it did take me a long time. It took me a year and a half, but I healed it. And then I started skiing again. I could do almost everything. I mean, it hasn't been perfect. And, I'm not saying there's anything against surgery, but I don't want to have any surgeries if I can help
I'm
it.
with you. No, I mean, I think you're following what we need to do, which is learning how to heal ourselves. And is that something that like, what is your mission at Recreate Health? Is it that, like self-healing?
I do. Yeah, I heal myself all the time. I like recently, in the last like 5 years, I broke my foot.
Wow.
And I healed that. I never went to the doctor. Like, and you know how I healed it? It was kind of funny through dancing. Like, I couldn't walk, but I could dance.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No, speak more on that.
I broke my ribs. I broke my foot. I got these like third degree burns on anyways, I've healed myself from everything for my, like I had home births with my kids. I'm just kind of like into self-healing. Yeah.
You
I'm into,
birthed your children, all your children were born at home?
well, the first one was born at home, but the second one, the Oregon Health Plan wouldn't cover it. She was practically born at home. I was only there for like 15 minutes, and I had the most amazing birth experience, like A, B, C, D, E. And I've never even heard of anybody talk about their birth being so great. But anyways,
I had a
uh,
pretty beautiful, well, not me, but my wife. So with my daughter, we gave birth to her in the house, just my wife and I.
oh,
And
that's so
I mean, she did all the
beautiful.
work. I was just the nurse slash doctor, really. But it was
Glad.
something magical. Yeah, it was. Something interesting is that when we captured it on video, and during the video, when she was entering the world, you can see a bunch of light orbs in the cameras just going back and
Wow.
forth and flying
I
around.
love that.
So I'm always so intrigued to hear stories about other mothers who take on the role of giving birth in the house. You know, that's so magical, especially I guess with your first child.
Yeah.
During that time, that was very like odd to hear, like you're not going to go to the hospital. Nowadays, it's kind of getting more normal, but just the courage you must have had. Or am I thinking of a different time, really? How was that experience for you to go about giving birth at the house during that,
It
during that
was so
era?
wonderful. I didn't even think about doing anything else. I had a midwife and a husband and wife birthing team. And the crazy thing is, this is really crazy, is that I actually, for the first time in my life, had a dream. I wanted to have a special house to have my baby in, and I had a dream. And the next day, I looked in the paper, and then I went and looked at the house, and it was the same house that I had dreamed about the night before.
Wow.
And the guy rented me the house, and it was so beautiful. It was like 350 bucks a month, and it was on the river, like down the end of a gravel road, like all by itself. Like it was amazing because that's how it was back then. But anyways, it was an amazing birth, and like I loved my daughter so much. But I just wanted to mention to you that like Montauk Chia, he stresses that the way that our birth goes affects our entire life. And
I'm
so I
sure.
am so thrilled to hear you are a very special person because you and your wife were in tune enough with the universe because there's some weird ass shit going on. I just don't understand it. Like, oh my goodness, like all these like, ugh,
Yeah, I mean, my wife is the hero, right? I mean, I'm taking credit on her behalf, but when she first told me this, I'm like, for real? You know what I'm saying? You crazy. But after doing research uh, and taking classes and getting prepared, buying the pool for it and all that stuff, then the
yeah,
confidence kind of kicked in for me. But she definitely she took the lead on that. I would say that what really
beautiful.
brought clear like what brought me perspective was I read a book, I think is The Magical Child, I believe, something like that, but
What?
it
Wow.
spoke about how like the conspiracies of like childbirth within the hospital. Like
Oh,
once that whole thing was like set up to work against us. I mean, if you think about it, a mother's giving birth on her back in a hospital with strangers, and then the child's being entered into this world under these LED lights, and a person and a bunch of people that are just on the clock waiting to go to lunch. It can be very traumatizing, and like you said, for their whole lives. One of the
yeah,
most magical things that we read in the book and that we practiced when my daughter was born is that as soon as the baby comes out, the mother should hold the baby in the breastfeeding position or breastfeed the baby. And what
yeah.
happens at that moment is that the mother's heart and the child's heart, they become in sync, and a connection happens there. Um,
Beautiful.
and I would have to say that, I mean, at least look at him. Look, I said this today actually coincidentally, but I have heard people say that a baby doesn't smile until weeks later. Like they just don't have that muscle. My daughter smiled the first day she saw me when she came out. And I really do think it's because she was born in that manner versus, and through all the trauma.
Absolutely. This is so important, and it is so important. Your wife sounds amazing. She
Yeah,
sounds
she's
so
wonderful.
amazing.
Yeah, she really is. She
Oh,
really is. Maybe one day you'll get to know who she is.
what a
Uh,
blessing to have like a two beautiful children and an amazing wife.
yeah.
What could be more precious in this lifetime?
Yeah. Well, that's why I've kind of made some major changes in my life, and I'm scared. Like currently, I can't say I'm scared. I have my worries, right? And of
Huh?
course, who doesn't have their worries? Especially because I'm continually taking leaps of faith on this new path that I'm on, because it's although I can finally see where I'm headed, and I can kind of picture what I'm creating. Um, there still is that sense of fear because I'm leaving what is safe to go into something new. I do feel that I'm guided. And most importantly, because now I have made these changes, not only to follow my heart's desire and that excitement, but I'm able to spend a lot more time with my family, you know. So yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
money
yes,
gets in everybody's heads. We all feel a little bit,
I
scarce at times.
understand.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because but I refuse. I choose not to sell
I
my
like how you
time,
said
which is
that.
my soul. Yeah, because
Yes,
I can make a few extra dollars, but I mean, I'd rather hang out with my children because, my son, he's getting big already.
absolutely.
His hands are getting bigger, so I'd rather
Oh,
just
it's
really
so
prioritize that.
important. It's so beautiful. And what a goal. It's like, doesn't that make it all worth it? It's like, I want you to like let go of that I mean, like because this is something that I like to, kind of live by, and it's called energy flows where your attention goes. And so our word spells, we need to be very, very careful with them and like rephrase. I like you did rephrase some of the things that you were talking about. So rephrase that. It's like because I was kind of feeling scared. I mean, yeah, I was feeling fear about coming on today, but it's like sometimes fear can be good. And like we can transform it into positive energy. Like so it's good to like utilize it and change it and just be like you do have such a gift. Like you kind of remind me of Waters a little bit. You just have this gift of like talking, like people are gonna want to listen to you. Like I definitely go for it. Like have faith. Replace your fear with faith.
Yeah, I thank you for the compliments. I think another thing is, which maybe can be a little shocking, but I don't yet know what I can make of this that I'm doing right now. Like right now, I'm on this podcast with you, and my heart calls me to it, so I just gotta go with the flow, right? Because something's happening and I feel good, but I don't know what to make of it yet. I don't know what's gonna come of it, and so that's kind of like the fear too, because I have to utilize my time properly, right? Like right now, I'm on a podcast with
Yes.
you, and I feel wonderful, but like I have a pending website I have to build out, but my heart doesn't call me to the website, so it's kind of like I have to keep on tapping into my intuition and speaking to my higher self. Like I'm always in constant communication with my higher self and my guides. I just talk to them like they're my friends. Like, come on, send me a sign or send me this, and then here you come. You just enter into my DM and you pretty much show me an invitation to have you on. I'm like, okay, that's confirmation that today let's not worry about the website because today I'm gonna meet Kerry. So that's what I've kind of been doing, just like day by day, just keep on just trying to flash a little bit of light into the darkness, and keep on flowing that way. But it is a little bit scary now, especially because I kind of feel into my power because I didn't know the kind of gifts that I have. But because I have this now, I got to make sure that I direct it properly. And
Yes.
the truth is, I'm just winging it. That's the truth. I'm just winging it with structure, of course, but I am winging it. So some fears come up, but I keep on chugging along.
Well, I have an idea, but maybe
Cool.
I should talk to you about it in the university instead of now.
If that's what your heart tells you, I'm down for whatever.
Yeah.
How
I'll
about
just
you tell me your mission? What's your mission? What would you like to see from Recreate Health? What do you
huh?
envision in the near future?
Well, I mean, at this point, like for me, um, I guess I'll just let myself be vulnerable. Like I really didn't make any plans for getting older. And like I realized that like the income that I have, like I'm gonna and not only that, I haven't been working for years. I haven't been working for like I don't know how many years. Um anyway, since the COVID thing, I haven't been working. And I just love my time. And like I want to keep that going. But like right now I have some things going on. Anyways, I am motivated because I want to create a passive income. Like I
You
want to
know,
make some recordings and have like a passive income coming in.
I
And
can
and
really relate to you. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
it's so fun to like it would be so fun like to be able to like continue to just go out and walk or do whatever I want whenever I want to like I am now like and just go to what I'm attracted to. Like, if you wanted to spend the morning massaging your daughter and your wife and your kids, like, you could, right? And then you just hop on and do a podcast, and like that takes care of your work for the day. Well, that sounds really attractive, but the reality is like, well, how do we make that pay? You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I've just been doing it for free. Like I started my website. I mean, I started my YouTube channel and it's not that easy to get paid on YouTube. You have to like figure out how to do it. But I do believe that you have a gift and that you will succeed.
Yeah. No, and I thank you for your words. I certainly feel that I know I'm gonna succeed in whatever path I choose. I just wanted to make sure that it's the correct path. Like, do I take, this path or that path or the other path? Do I prioritize this or the other? Getting back to what you were saying about like wanting income for doing this kind of thing. Um, I am making significantly less money nowadays in the past few months that I've been exploring who I am and discovering these passions, right? Like I'm falling in love with whatever's going on, but it comes at a cost in a literal
Yeah.
way where I can't be out there banging my hammer 24/7. It's not going to work. I have to create a balance, you know?
Yes.
But what I can say is, I'll ask you this. Okay, so did you go hungry today? No, right?
I
You had
have
a
so
roof over your
many
head today?
blessings. I have
Yeah,
so
I know it, but it happens because you follow that heart. That's like what I'm trying to teach, or I'm grasping it. I'm honing in on that in order for it to become wisdom for me to share. But I feel it now, like at least for the past few months, like just like you, like you're tapping into like on a level with your heart, and your heart is connected to your higher self, and so everything will be taken care of. Just act on your highest
yes,
excitement
always
with
has
no
been.
insistence on an outcome, right? Don't worry about the outcome just yet. Just
Right.
follow that feeling.
Enjoy the process.
Yeah. But also, are we just being lazy too? Is that it too, or are we choosing to choose what we want to do, kind of thing? I don't know. I hope I'm not being lazy. I'm being right now. I've been working my ass off harder than I've. I mean, maybe not physically, right, than when I've been out there doing whatever I was doing, but mentally, right? Like I'm working harder than I ever have. Um, but I'm not putting any kind of monetary value to it. So I'm not really getting back anything for what I'm putting out other than discovering myself, which I guess is priceless, but priceless doesn't pay the bills, you know?
Right, right. Well, when I look at your art, like for instance, if I just look at your YouTube channel, every single one of them, the picture on the front of it of all the different individuals, like I had a friend that used to do that. She was a healer and she used to make superheroes. She was like getting, I don't know how she did it, but she'd make like the superhero of people like, and she was such a good artist too, like you are. And if I look at that, you like made each one of those people like a superhero. If you just look at the beginning and that is such a great, even like it's an amazing piece of art. Like somebody might even want to like take a shot of that and hang it up on their wall because that's them. So I think you have some kind of healing skills going on here. Like maybe that's why you wanted to talk to me because I heard that
I
you are interested in this kind of thing. Like obviously if you have a home birth and you like fitness and health and like what about real estate?
um like getting into real estate right now?
I mean, you had that on your interest, but
I honestly I don't even remember what I put on my interest. That was like way back at the beginning. I mean, I am interested in getting some property. Who wouldn't be? But
right.
right
Okay.
now, the
I
the the
see.
game plan is that with these new opportunities, with the self-discoveries, also comes opportunities where like things are kind of popping up, right? Like I think right now, Earth is shifting into a time where it's very easy for us to manifest. That's just what
Yeah,
I personally feel in my
yeah,
own
yeah,
reality, and so it is,
yeah.
right? And it is for those anyone right now listening, understand that right now is the time to manifest, but you have to align with your heart, you know?
Yes,
So
yes.
or let's just say I can go the route of let's make some money, let's get into real estate. But now, how
Yeah,
much time do I have to allocate towards that when I'm just filling my pocket? When really all I want to do right now is fill my heart? Because, okay, I'm filling my heart and my fridge is still full, so we're still good. So I can keep it going because my fridge is still full. So my heart is full, my fridge is full. I will worry about the rest later on. So I just
yeah,
have to be careful where I do send my energies because I do see right now that once I do become aligned to it, I can bring it to me, kind of like bring it to me a little quicker. But yeah, my biggest thing is I do have, I'm sitting on crypto. I'm a holder. I just have it there. I've completely forgotten about it. I can care less what the price is. But once I used to be a slave to it. I was an unsuccessful day trader, swing trader, leverage trader. I was you name it. I was unsuccessful at all of that because it just wasn't my
yeah.
calling. It wasn't my passion. It was so
Yes.
far from whatever I was interested in doing because it was just money based. Um, so I don't worry too much, really. I speak to you in this way, saying that I do have my worries because day to day, I do kind of like, okay, well, we got to pay this today, we got to pay that today. I'm just grateful we got it today, however we got it today. But at the back of my mind, I do feel a little bit of security because if I got to sell that, I'll sell it. I don't really, I'm not holding on to it that tight for whatever to go to whatever price. But in terms of
Well, you
investments
got
right
in at the
now,
right time. I mean, you've been in since 2017.
I've definitely lost it twice during that time though. So I've definitely started fresh several times. But this time this holding that I have now that I have progressively been buying in, it was the most healthiest purchases that I've ever made. It was when I had the spare cash. For so long, since even in 2017, a lot of my corporate salary money was going straight into it, and just getting more and more and trading it away and losing it or whatnot. And I was never patient with the growth of it. But
Right.
these past couple years now, I have just really
Listening to
just
Jordan, right?
well, yeah, I'll tell you what, I mean, I was listening to him, but I chose to be selective on what I heard back in the day, like in 2021. I heard something, but I heard it in a way that I wanted to hear it. So in a way, I gambled with the information given, and it didn't end well for me. So I took another learning lesson there. I gained some more wisdom. So
Yeah.
then just recently, I would say in the last couple of years, I was blessed with, I guess, some pocket change here and there where I just slowly added to positions, not worrying about anything. So I do have that, and I'm grateful for that. So I guess that relieves a little bit of stress in the long run, because just in case I have that. Um, but I keep it moving. I don't stress too much. Right now at the moment, I'm just happy that I'm here talking to you and I'm following my heart. That
Yeah.
may seem irresponsible to some, but it just may seem irresponsible for those who don't understand the feeling, I guess, right? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, well, I do think you have a healing gift, and like I feel like those pictures that like you have created, even if it is, I don't know how you did it, but it is a skill, and like you took like each individual um the guy that makes the Earth ships, and you made a picture of him, and then you took Chloe 333 and you made a picture of her. Like you made each person, and you made this amazing piece of art that was like it reminded me of my friend uh from years ago that used to do these readings or something where she was getting a download of information, and like I feel like you have a lot more going on, as and especially with the way that you said that your hands were tingling, you could completely feel it, the way you had a home birth. Like anyways, you have a
No,
lot
I'm
going
with you. And I
on.
thank you for those words and once again the compliments on the thumbnails. Speaking on the thumbnails, I guess just for some words of wisdom, for you if you were to embark on that journey, I use Canva, right? I have Canva Pro
Yeah, I
and
don't know how to do that yet, but I will learn it.
Yeah, just have fun with it, right? That's the main thing. But no one wants to hear that by now. We all know, just have fun with it. What does that mean, right? So when I go and I get started with the thumbnail, which is always my favorite part of the whole podcasting thing, funny enough. So I start with a blank canvas, of course, and I just start throwing things on that whiteboard. Okay, we could do this, we could do that. We spoke about this. Let me throw a picture of this, and I kind of put it together. And what I do when I'm creating these, I guess, collages or putting it all together is if I'm taking a step back to take a breath, I take a look at the time to see how much time has passed because time flies by when you're doing what you need to do. Like if everything's going well, time's gonna fly by. But there are also times when I get creatively stuck and then time kind of starts to drag a little bit and I kind of feel myself forcing myself to put this together with that or make these edits or whatnot. So that's when I know I just have to take a little break. So I just
Yes.
go, make myself a little peanut butter plate or something like that, or even go on my phone and start doom scrolling for a little bit. It's healthy to still to doom scroll at times, just to kind of zone out and come back.
Yeah.
Um, you're complimenting me on the things that I do digitally, but there was that one collage that you presented to your friend a few days ago, which it looked
Yeah.
like you did it in Canva, like something that would I would have done. It was so intricate. Walk me through what you did there. So you went to a
Okay, well,
magazine.
for instance, like my daughter, I just asked her because I had so much fun. It was so relaxing for me to do that. Like I was so stoked. As a matter of fact, I felt so bad because like I didn't even want to give it to my friend. I'm like, oh wait, I want to put this on my wall. Like, anyways, I gave it to her. But I take like magazines. I have a lot of different like National Geographics or whatever, or like even old calendars or whatever it is. Like I take one bottom picture and then I cut other pictures out from other things and I glue them on there. I just cut them out with scissors and I glue them on there with yeah, glue. And it's called collaging. Like, and my daughter, oh my God, she made like a shelf system of collages. It's so beautiful. She's such an artist. My daughter is living with me now, the daughter that's 28.
That's beautiful.
It's really
You know,
precious. She has
my
her own
we
apartment, separate, so they have all their own stuff. Like we don't have to be on top of each other, but we're still there for each other also.
yeah, I hope my children live with me as long as possible. It's just
She
I
didn't
don't
move
want them to
out.
leave the
I was
nest.
surprised that she came back, but it was cool because I had an apartment sitting there and like uh it's just really nice. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm super
Yeah,
happy. About it. It's supposed to be a temporary thing, but it is for now. And like she's such a amazing heart chakra young woman.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
We're about to approach a time here. Well, at least in the
Yeah.
East Coast, it's getting pretty late. But I wanted to end this by asking you, what's one message or takeaway you'd love the listeners to walk away with today?
Um, I feel that like it would be great to just take a deep breath and um try to, or not try, just incorporate touch into your life as much as possible, whether it's like massaging your cat, yourself, your family, your friends. I just think massage is just so amazing, and it's like it's not very difficult. It's something that's like it's really transformative, and I feel like that is super healing. So, yeah, take a deep breath, get out in nature, smile. My favorite saying is smile for a while, and soon there will be smiles for miles.
I love that. Smile for a while. It was very nice speaking with you, and I look forward to our friendship growing, to the DMs. Make sure to hit me up once you have that question that you have for me there lingering. And we'll leave it there. We'll see each other's progress. If you need any assistance, of course, with Canva or anything at all, just hit me up and it'll be an honor to help you.
Oh my gosh, you must have been reading my mind because that's what I was thinking. It has been such an honor speaking with you. Thank you for taking your time to speak with me. It has made my life brighter, and I love you.
I love you as well, and I hope to see you continuing to provide what you're providing to not only the community but to the world.
Thank you so much for being so positive about the stuff I've been putting out, and have a wonderful sleep tonight.
I will. You as well, and
Bless.
we'll speak soon.
Okay.
Much love. Bye.